Hello, hello, hello. What is everyone doing today? I really ain't doing much. Still working on some of these squares in between doing my son's socks. Because here is another square I did. The other two is downstairs. So I've been going back and forth between this and the socks. Because so far, this will be number 3 today, this week. I got yarn all stuck between my legs. And that's some BS. I swear, I need to clean my yarn room. I got yarn everywhere. I got yarn everywhere. Because every time I decide to rearrange, I wind up finding yarn that I didn't really have. So what is everybody up to today? Right now, it is bad outside right now. It's snowing down bad. And I tried to walk my dog. Because I know yesterday I went to go walk my dog because of it being cold, snowing, and raining. I damn near fell down my steps. And then today, this morning, it was snowing, and I damn near slipped down my steps. And then the entire time I was at work, no snow, no nothing. I get off work, about to leave to come home. It started coming down bad. And then I came home, went to go walk my dog, knowing dang on well I know the risk of trying to walking. I'm like, I almost got killed. And I'm like, Lord, and come to find out, my dog don't like other dogs, and don't know why. But oh well. For that one person that is watching, hello. I really ain't doing nothing. I'm still in my work uniform though. Hey wellness, hey Tyler, hey work husband. I was getting ready to text you too. And I'm sitting here making squares for the year. And Tyler, yes, I did get a puppy. He's about 6 months now. I had him for about like 3. No, you still my work husband. I don't care what nobody say. You're the only work husband I got. Ooh, ooh. That last line, ooh, that completely went left. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that went completely left. I'm gonna continue sipping my tea. Hey, Arnie, you wanna just replace me like that? Oh, Tyler, I don't care if I'm there or not. I'm the only one for you. Only one of a kind. Only one. Nobody can replace me. You can't get rid of me that easily. One of a kind. Ain't you married? Oh, you're fine, Arnie. Yeah, I was up there the other day, Tyler. I can't even get iced coffee. Yeah, 'cause you do got a nice butt. I ain't gonna lie. You still wearing that yellow shirt that I like? Let me stop. So everybody that's here is watching. Tyler is a good friend of mine, and we work together. And he was always my work husband. That's why we're saying some of the things that we do to each other. He's a really, really good person. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, question: did you ever happen to take that pumpkin home that I gave you from Halloween? Yeah, from Halloween. Because I was up in that area getting my nails done, and I stopped past to get one a cold brew. Oh, you're welcome. You know I don't mind doing anything for you, Tyler. Is making you anything. 'Cause I know next month I am going to have to stop doing what I'm doing as far as projects for I think I got about like a week, 2 weeks. I do not have to make crochet hearts for Valentine's Day to put on my windows. Because I honestly don't know what the heck happened to the ones I made last year. I honestly don't know what I did with those. Because I swear, like last year, I made about like 12 of them. I don't know if I misplaced them or gave them away or they're buried in totes with yarn in my basement. I honestly don't know. I have so much freaking yarn in my house, it ain't even funny. And I'm not going to lie about that. But I do know next week that I am going to stop doing what I'm doing with the squares for at least 2 days to make these crochet hearts for Valentine's Day to put around outside. So Tyler, you better let me know if you want some now or hold your peace. You better speak now, hold your peace if you want at least two or three of them. Hey, Rudy. Bonjour. Thank you. Because I know last year I had made red ones. I made hearts, and like pretty much at the time, I know I had made green hearts, like as the like you ever see the sweetheart candies that we normally get on and like around Halloween. The only ones that I did not do was the color pink because everybody knows I don't really do pink that much, but I have some colors here that I want to use to do pink like little crochet hearts. So if you want some before Valentine's Day, let me know, Tyler, and I'll bring them up there past the store and drop them off to you when I'm done. And how is my other half? How's husband? How's he doing? Because like what I'm doing now, I'm making squares for the year. Because I'm trying to figure like do little um I'm going to say call it destashing my yarn. And what I'm doing is using the majority of my yarn to make it square. So, Lord, you ain't the only one. And it's good that he's doing good. I'm happy because I'm still in my work uniform. I still smell like donuts. I gotta see how many squares I got so far before I finish this round. How many rows? Mistakes happen, Arnie. So at least I can say none of your pets or trying to destroy your projects. At least I can say that. Mistakes happens, Arnie. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Mater. And I'm gonna finish this one and then pick up my son another sock. because I brought both of them with me upstairs. Because been going back and forth between the two. Hey, Zach. Oh, you're fine, Zach. As long as you listen and working, that's cool with me and give me a thumbs up. That's okay with me. I'm just glad you came past. Okay, pink, a salt color or pink crystal. I knew you wouldn't work with it, but because it got gray in it, I see why you working with it. Well, Arnie, don't even worry about it. Phone is the phone. Okay, good. Cause girl, I'm sitting here trying to bring reason why I'm doing these squares. Cause I realized going through some of my stash that I have a lot of big twists. I have more big twists than I do red heart. Good. I'm proud of you, Zach. I'm very proud. Very proud. And I'm realizing that I got more big twists than I got red heart, big mainstay and everything. Girl. So I decided to make squares for the year. At the end of the year, I don't know what I'm going to turn these squares into, but maybe a blanket, a sweater, something. I know it's going to be something, but I know it's going to be a lot of squares. That's all I know. And on top of that, I still got another my son's socks that I still have to work on. But hold on, y'all. My son's calling me. He's out with his friends. Sorry about that, y'all. He was just because my son had basketball practice today and he wanted to go out with his friends. And he was letting me know that he made it safe to wherever he was going. So I'm like, but I'd rather have him call me and let me know what's going on than trying to hide things from me. Because in this one, I do know, I think this is a big twist. No, this is Red Heart. I'm pulling out all my big twist yarn out that I'm going to try to use before the end of the. I'm going to say try to end what I have upstairs because I know I have a lot of it. That's mainstay. That's Red Heart. That's Red Heart. I know I got a lot of it, and this is just upstairs by what I have. That's Red Heart. Red Heart. Red Heart. Yeah, the rest of it, by what I pulled out that I have sitting over here on this floor, it is red, Red Heart or mainstay in there. Cause like all this is just what I have upstairs. I'm trying to use what I got in Big Twist, but the rest of what I have in Big Twist, because I realized I got more Big Twist than I do. Actually, no, Big Twist and Red Heart, they run neck and neck as far as what I got. And I'm just using what I got upstairs. So yeah. And I'm going to show you what I what I have all pulled out. That's Big Twist. These here, I think I have yes, three of these, and this is all Big Twist. This one, I don't know what happened to the label, but I know it's Big Twist. And then I have this one here, this brown. I got two of these browns. That's called Camel. And then these. And then these that I just recently pulled out. Oh, and then these. I know I got more probably somewhere in the back of one of these totes because I got two totes up that I'm looking at, and I know I got more. I just have to pull. These were the ones that was just in front. Hey Chandler, these were just the ones I pulled out off in the front. I know I got more in the back somewhere in one of these, in some of both these totes. How you doing, Chandler? I haven't seen you in forever. So yeah, and I know I got more downstairs. But God, get me to lying more. I don't even know what colors I got downstairs because I know some of the colors I got downstairs are discontinued yarn. But in Big Twist, good. How you doing your hair? Oh, and I have one over there sitting in front of my TV. Because I know some of the yarn that I do got downstairs, as far as Big Twist, is like some of colors that are discontinued, but just don't get me. Yes, I did read your message, Mayor. Correct, Crystal. I said Mayor. I'm not going to tell him nothing. So I'm like trying to figure out what else I got down there. I know a lot of it is discontinued yarn by Big Toys, but I can't remember what colors that are discontinued from over the years. Cause I think I know one of them. Cause I know at one point Big Twist used to do ombres at one point. Cause the one that I did get was called I do remember that one, but it was I called aloe, like the aloe vera plant, years ago. And I do know that I got like three of them, but I just can't remember what tote is in right now. Ever since I rearranged everything. So don't give me the line and ask me what tote they're in. Because I still have to sort through the totes that my friend aunt gave me, which three of them is still sitting on the front porch. So don't honestly get me the line. So now I have to rearrange all of that. So I'm like, help me. Only tonight is a simple night for me and my house. We're having hot dogs tonight for dinner. It was either that or slave over the stove and make chili. And I didn't feel like doing slaving over the stove tonight. I swear I did. But I will make chili tomorrow, chili and cornbread tomorrow. No, correction. Saturday. I would be making chili and cornbread Saturday because I what thought about doing it tomorrow, But my son has a basketball game tomorrow, and by the time we get home, we ain't going to get home until about like 6:30. I'm pushing it with 6:30 because of traffic. So I know I ain't going to have time. And on top of that, I work tomorrow. So I'm not going to have time to do the chili. And when I do chili, it takes me about like 4 hours just to make chili. So tonight we're just having hot dogs and French fries tonight. Tomorrow, that I am going to take everything out of the freezer and the fridge and the pantry to do chili Saturday. But tomorrow on the menu, I'm thinking about making smothered no, barbecue chicken. Tomorrow night is gonna be barbecue chicken. So girl, my trash night was 2 days ago. Cause my trash night is Tuesday nights, and half the time when the garbage people come, they say trash night is Tuesday nights, and sometimes I like normally they come between the neighborhood I used to live at. They used to come between like 4 and 6 in the morning. Over here, where I live at now, they come between 7:30 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because I remember during the summertime last year, they would not. I can take my garbage out the night before on Tuesday night, leave to go to work. My garbage, my neighbor's garbage is all sitting outside. Get home about maybe 3:30 at the latest. Garbage still come is still sitting outside. And that particular for about like almost a month, they did not pick up garbage until about like 6 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. And I'm like, what the hell? Hey, Miss Mary. For like almost a month last year, I think it was the month of June, like halfway through June, the beginning of July. They didn't come get my garbage, me or my neighbors, until like what 5 or 6 something in the afternoon. It got so bad to the point where like I had to call waste management and be like, "What is going on?" And like with the holiday service, I get where trash day do get pushed back a little bit, like a day after, where like save is like Christmas, and Christmas do fall on a Tuesday. We can't take our garbage out until Wednesday night because of if Christmas is on Tuesday, we can't take our garbage out until Wednesday night. Hey, Miss Tina Bailey. And it was so bad to the point that I'm like, I have to pay for trash removal, and I'm like trying to figure out why is that they're not? Why are they coming until 5, 6 o'clock? Because like the first week I didn't pay no mind. Second week I'm like, okay, cool. They're probably still a little bit backed up, but the third week I was like, why are they coming so late in the evening, like or at night? And come to find out that the people that was doing my street that was working for waste management was taking their sweet old time, and they did not care. They was taking breaks whenever they wanted. They did what they want, and I'm like, and they wanted to get fired. So now garbage is still Tuesday nights that we do have to still set our garbage out every Tuesday night, but they have from the hours of 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. to pick up our garbage. And if they are a minute past 8 o'clock, they will be getting fired like the last people did. So my garbage get picked up between sometimes they will I will say recently they have been sending out emails to people about like our garbage getting picked up and stuff, about them being late and stuff. But other than that, my garbage always been picked up before like around 8:30. So I really don't have no issue with that. As long as they pick up my garbage before 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. So I'm happy about that. But today, it's just been like a long day. My cat's in heat. She, for the past 2 nights, she been keeping me up. Like, and I haven't really had no sleep. And I hope that I get some sleep tonight. I swear I hope I get sleep tonight. Because when she goes in heat, hey, Mayor, all she does is freaking meow all night long. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I just want to sleep. It's so bad to the point where I literally have to close my bedroom door to block out the sound from her meowing so I can get some sleep. And I'm like, oh Jesus, because I swear from the past 2 nights, I'm like, we're hurt with the constant yelling. I'm up every half an hour. That she would not shut up. And I'm like, Lord, help me. And I'm like, I've been going this, like, between, like, my husband's health, with me already up half the night with him, making sure that he's alright. And then, like, my son decided to get jacked up at basketball practice the other day. And I'm still trying to figure out that, like, I'm still trying to figure out how the hell he got jacked up at practice yesterday. Because the way he described it at practice, because there was a game yesterday that I went to. It was Tuesday. Somehow he fell. Somehow he fell and went like shoulder first and like into the at practice. And I'm like, how do you go shoulder first into the goddamn floor? And I'm like, ugh. Give me a second. This is my job tech. One of my managers at my job texting me. Hey, Kelly Boo. Give me a second. This is my manager at my job texting me if I can work tomorrow night, even though if I work tomorrow. I'm still here because they want me to come in and close at another store. Because even though I work tomorrow, but they want me to close at another store. And I was telling them like I work and my son has a game until 5, but they want me to be there until 8. Cause like my son has a baby, oh, excuse me, a basketball game tomorrow until like 5 o'clock. So I'm like, I'm kind of pushing it, and by the time I get there, I ain't gonna get there until like almost 6. So it's gonna be kind of like hard, like for people that is wondering that how I'm crocheting, because me personally, I am a left-hander. I am left-handed. That I kind of, I want to say kind of crochet backwards compared to right-handed people, where that I'm holding my work with my right hand but crocheting with my left. And I get this question asked a lot to me over the years. Like, how do I crochet as a left-handed person? And I simply tell them the same way you do it as a right-handed person. It just look backwards, but it's not. It's the same stitch, same project. It's just anything a right-handed person can do, a left-handed person can do. It's just when right-handed people do it, it just look a little backwards to us. And the same thing that y'all say, when we do it as left-handed people, it looks backwards to y'all. But whatever y'all do, we can do too as right-handed people do. And I will say like 90% of people on this earth are right-handed. But with that 10%, I'm part of that 10% that we do, or left-handers, that we can crochet pretty much anything that right-handed people do. Right, I will say our writing do look a little funny. I will admit that our writing do look real funny. Yes, yes, Crystal. Like, because like the way I do mine, because I am left-handed. That, and I know it's a lot of right-handed people hold their yarn in front of the projects. But since I'm left-handed, I hold mines towards the back of my project. And yes, it's curling a little bit because I didn't straighten it out, but I hold mines to the back. Where I notice if you're right-handed, you hold it towards the front. But it's easier for me to do it this way. But I ain't gonna be up here for another couple minutes because I still have to go start dinner. And my son just came home, and I want to make sure that he eats and stuff like that. And he got company. I don't know why his friends wanted to come the hell over to my house because my house is boring. I I ask myself all the time, why the hell these kids want to come to my house? My house is boring. And I didn't even know they was even here until I heard them. Apparently, my husband said that it was okay, so I have to go make dinner for them too. And plus, I'm hungry myself because I didn't really eat much at work today. The only thing I had was a bagel with cream cheese. That's all I had. Yeah, I got food. It's just like I had food at the house for him and his friends, and with my son being on the basketball team, it's just like they go through food like it ain't crazy. Cause like when my son used to do football recently, cause I know between basketball and football, we had about maybe a month between both sports, a month, and he ate more during football season and basketball season right now because that if you think about it, that he burns off everything that he gets. Look, my philosophy is regardless if I have food or not, I'm not going to sit here and let no child starve. I'd rather sit here and go hungry to make sure that these kids eat. I don't care. I don't care if you are the most disrespectful child, kindest child, the rudest child. I don't care what kind of child that you are. But I'm not going to sit here and let no child starve. But they are, when they come to my house, I will say they are really, I'm going to say very different, uh, very respectful when they come to my house. Because the same way that these kids are treated at home, I know I'm going to treat them the same way their parents are. I'm not going to see these kids hungry. I don't care if they can come to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about I'm hungry. I'm going to feed them. I don't care. That's how I always been. Regardless of if they're disrespectful or not, I'm not going to see no child outside because all these kids know that when they come here, yes ma'am, no ma'am, you said what, you said this, okay, I'm going to go get up and do it. That's how they are. I don't know how they act at their houses, but when they're here, they're really respectful. Because I don't show no mercy. Because the same way I treat my child is the same way I'm going to treat them. And if they're hungry, they're hungry. I'm not going to sit here and let them starve. I rather if I cook a 4 course meal and the only thing I can eat is a piece of bread and some crackers, that's what the heck I'm going to eat. Even though I'm hungry, boy, I'm not going to sit there like no child starve, regardless of the situation. Because you never know what is going on at home with them. At least I can say they can always come here and get a hot meal. And honestly, like, I don't care if me and the child, like, I can be friends with a person for so many years and me and this person can fall out. I'm just saying this is a scenario. Can fall out and never speak again. But because I was in their kids' life for so long, and they come to me talking about they're hungry, I'm going to come in and tell them like, you can come get a plate. I don't care. I would deal with your mama in the morning or your daddy in the morning. I would deal with them later. But you ain't going to be outside in the cold at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning talking about I don't got nowhere else to sleep. You better bring your behind up here, take a shower, eat, and go up there in the room, in my room, and sleep, and I'll sleep on the couch. Like, that's how I've been. Like, I refuse to see any child out there because I know what I went through as a child and during my teenage years. So I'm not going to see another child go through what I went through growing up. So that's how I looked at it. And like, I'd rather do that and like, I'd rather do that than see the child outside, if that makes sense. So it's just like, I'm, even though I'm a little strict on the kids, but every child that comes into my house knows they're going to be fed, clothed, and bathed. Hey, Bree. That's any child that ever came into my house, including my nieces, nephews, and my son already knows or whatever. And that's how I've always been. Because I refuse to see a child left behind. And because the only thing I ask from any child that's in my house, three rules. One, graduate from high school. Two, don't go to jail. Three, and don't get strung out on drugs. That's the only three things I ask. I don't care what else they do in life, but at least do one to three for me. That's all I ask. And do like basic chores around the house. That's all I ask. But the main, out all four, the first three that I just mentioned, are the main three that I ask from any child. Child. That's on the main three things that I ask from any child. I at least graduate from high school. Don't go to jail over nothing stupid. And please don't get strung out on drugs. And I enforce that in my own child. I don't care what y'all do in life, but one to three is gonna have like those three gotta have it. That's all I ask from any child that is in my care, including my own child. And he knows this. That's all I ask. And it's especially like education. I'm really, really big on education. I don't care if you go to college and then decide to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life. At least I can say that you got your high school diploma. You and I'll be the one at your graduation. You'll be like, yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, I'm gonna be up there at graduation, like, yeah, girl. Hey, Laura, girl, girl. I never turned away a child coming at my house. Never. If a child decide to call me, Tom Boy, I need to be picked up because something happened at home. I will literally go get them, and stuff like that. Like I had, I want to say ex friend of mine, ex friend. This is years. I'm going to say about months before. I'm going to say months before I started this whole YouTube thing. We've been friends since like at the time we was friends since like middle school, and she had got pregnant when we was in high school, ninth grade year, and her daughter at the time we all lived in the same neighborhood, so her daughter knew where I lived at, and her daughter apparently something happened that night between a friend, my friend, and her boyfriend at the time, and she left and came to my house. And remind you, I was asleep. It's like 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning. I'm asleep. I had to be to work at 4. I had to get up at 4 because I had to be to work at 5:30. I get up, answer the door. I'm because the way the little girl was banging on the door, she sounded like the goddamn cops. I ain't gonna lie. I go to the door, open it, and realize it was her because I was about to cuss her the hell out. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to cuss this little girl the hell out. And at this time, she was about maybe 6, 7 years old at the time. I let her in and she was telling me what happened, and I happened to call the cops about what was going on, and child services got involved. And she tried to say that I kidnapped her daughter, and I'm like, hey, sis Angela. And I'm like, your daughter showed up at my house or whatever. So that morning, I called off of work and explained the situation to, this was like years ago, and explained the situation to my job. And social services came out to my house with her there, and I had her explaining to them and the cops what she explained to me. And she was mad at the fact that social services gave me temporary custody of her daughter until her mom came into town. And she was mad as hell at me for something I didn't even do. And that according, and we went to court, and they told her that she could not get her daughter back until the boyfriend had moved out. And remind you, they just recently got engaged. And she told the court, we just got engaged and he ain't going nowhere. I'm going to choose him over my daughter anyways. So her mom wound up getting custody of her daughter. And according to her, that me and her mom is dead to her because that she refused to get rid of the fiance. And yes, there is a backstory behind it, what I'm telling y'all, but I'm not going to say anything about it. And remind you, her mom stayed in a different state. So I still had temporary. I had this little girl for about what, 3 months before her mom got like full custody of her. And I'm like, Lord. And I thank goodness that like this little girl went to go stay with her mom, and I still keep in touch with them from time to time to see how she's doing. Because I do talk to her every year on her birthday, which is coming up soon in April. And I do talk to her every year, and she's about to be 16. She's about to be 16 or 17 this year in April. and she's smart, straight A's. And on top of that, she's about to graduate the top of her class too, and she's graduating early, and she's going to college. Ooh, and I'm like, yes, baby girl, yes, yes, baby girl. I'm so proud of her. That's what, like, I'm so proud of her. But I am going to go ahead and jump off, y'all. I wanted to keep everybody updated and what I was working on and show y'all what I got. So, bye everyone, and thank everyone for coming, and for all my lurkers. Thank you for coming past. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out, comment on the replay, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.